Hi, everyone. I am Linda Welbrock, the founder and CEO of Leading Women Entrepreneurs and the New Jersey Force for Change Awards during COVID. And we have an amazing frontline hero guest with us today. We have Dr. Natasha Chinn, who is a partner at Brescia Migliaccio MD PC. Welcome, Dr. Chinn, and thank you for all of the work that you've done. What impact has this pandemic had on your OBGYN patients?
Well, for starters, there are definitely more babies being conceived. So we are expecting to have a busy delivery season between November and March of next year already. But moreover than that, I think that the attention on family and connection is evident with my patients. During the pandemic, we were open the entire time, and oftentimes patients would come in who had not interacted or physically seen their family, and it reaffirmed how much us healthcare workers, myself as a physician, my colleagues, and all of the staff really are more than just what we're technically doing in the office. We become the family and friends of our patients as well. So for our patients, I think overall that connection to our broader scope of family, it has been evident.
Isn't that a beautiful message? I know that in my household, as a mother of three, I've definitely cherished the time that I've got to spend with, especially, my entire family, my husband and three kids. But I can't imagine a scarier time than being pregnant during all of this and then having a child during all of this. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience and how you protected your patients?
Well, for many patients, because only one support person was allowed, and for a short period of time, no support people were allowed, we became not only the doctors, nurses, techs, we became those support people for the patients. In many cases, even if someone was allowed, if they had other children at home, the partner was unable to be present. And so oftentimes women would say, "Oh my goodness, I'm going to go through this alone." And I'd always say, "Oh, you're not alone. You have us. We're your family, and we're going to help you through this." Again, reiterating that sense of the broader scope of family, that family isn't just the people you're blood related to, but the people you interact with for a myriad of reasons. So in that way, we got them through technically with the delivery, but also we were there to be their emotional support, holding their hands between myself, the nurses, the techs. We made it so that baby's initial birthday party, was still just as special and intimate, just being shared with the broader scope of family as opposed to their partners and people they were blood related to.
I mean, it's just giving me chills to hear you talk about this, because the way that women have been giving birth has totally changed. And thank God for you to be that support system and bring not only new life, but new light into that delivery room. I'm sure that there's many mothers who are just so grateful for you. But I want to ask you, did you always want to be an obstetrician and a gynecologist?
No, I always knew I'd be a physician, but I actually went to medical school thinking that I would be a pediatric oncologist. I thought that I was equipped with the skills to help very sick children and even help with the transition from life to beyond. I never imagined that I was going to be helping babies on their way in. And what happened for me was when I was a first year medical student, I was pregnant with my son. And I began exploring OBGYN, and I thought it was just because, like most pregnant women, you're interested in obstetrics and some gynecology then. However, after having him, the interest still stood. And I began to see what OBGYN physicians did, that they saw patients in the office, but not all the time. They were in the operating room, but not all the time. And, you helped with women's health maintenance from the time that they're preteens, throughout all of the stages of life. And that interested me, particularly because I was mainly raised by women. And OBGYN ended up finding me. By the time I did my rotation, it pulled me in. I enjoyed every moment of it. And it's been that way ever since.
Well, again, we're just so grateful to have you as a true advocate in every way for women, supporting us from throughout the journey of womanhood. And I want to shift to basically the pandemic and you personally, and tell us if it affected you in any ways that you were surprised by.
Not necessarily surprised by, but it was a reaffirmation of everything that is truly important. Um, our health, there's nothing much that's greater than that, because without our health, we can do nothing. And that's whether you're a physician, whether you're a patient, it doesn't matter what you do. And I think in many ways, this virus reaffirmed that. In addition, for me, it really put me in a deeper place of gratitude, because I think gratitude is one of the highest um, orders of life, if you will. And just being grateful for waking up, being grateful for being healthy and breathing freely, being grateful for family and human interaction. Is the overall effect that it had with me, just taking me to a deeper level of what was really important. In addition to that, as a frontline worker, in addition to trying to protect myself, I was also, of course, trying to protect my family who I went home to. And so that deeper value for your family's health and your family's well being, I think, showed itself on a much deeper level than what we usually appreciate from day to day.
I mean, well said. And gratitude is the highest vibration. And I think that this pause for the world made many of us notice the things in life that we are thankful for. One of those things is definitely you, Dr. Chinn, and continuing the circle of life with your good work. So, well, thank you again. But I want to go into a little bit of a lighter note and ask you if you've managed to pick up any new hobbies during this pandemic.
Well, yes, I did. Actually, I didn't know anything about TikToks until the pandemic started. And one of the things that myself and many of the nurses at one of the hospitals that I deliver at discovered were TikToks. We made various TikToks, and we even ended up being on the credits of, I think, that Bruce Springsteen concert that he did during the pandemic.
Oh, the Jersey for Jersey.
Yeah,
We got to see that. We got to add this in here. You're gonna have to send it to me.
yeah, I will. But before that, I had heard about TikTok mainly from my son. I had never done it, never thought I would do it. But
That's
now
great.
I've done some, but I often look for funny ones because I think it's a nice way to uplift spirits through all of this.
Well, I haven't done a TikTok myself. I know my twins know all about TikToks. I don't know how they would feel about me doing one, but I don't know if mine would come out as good as yours. So I'm gonna watch yours first and get back to you on that. But maybe we can make a TikTok together.
Yeah,
Either
absolutely.
either way, we will certainly be celebrating you and the rest of the 2020 Force for Change honorees on November 2nd. And until then, it was such a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for your great work, your dedication, and all of your success during this. And again, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.